Well, time for the F-250 to get a new battery. Being how the wintertime is coming up pretty soon, and the current battery in there is getting kind of old, I figured it would be a good idea to go ahead and go in with a new battery. And to avoid losing the radio presets and computer calibration, I went ahead, I'm using a booster battery to go ahead and backfeed power to the vehicle so that the power is not interrupted when I take the battery out of here. And the new battery that I chose is fairly unique. It's the Odyssey battery. Brand spanking new. And it's such a unique battery, it even comes with an owner's manual. So let me go ahead and get this battery out of here, and I'll talk more about it. So here's what this battery looks like. It is a Group 65 battery, and it's got a date code of September 2012, so it's fairly new. And one of the nice things about it, it's made in the USA. Actually, made in, let's see, Warrensburg, Missouri. It's a very unique battery, and arguably one of the best batteries on the market. It uses absorbed glass mat technology. It has one of the highest cold cranking amp ratings. And if you guys study the case very carefully, it'll look very familiar to another premium battery, basically the DieHard Platinum. But the DieHard Platinum is really a rebranded Odyssey battery. This is the genuine article made by EnerSys Corporation. And one of the unique features about it is that it is absorbed glass mat, so it will not spill if it was tipped over. It's basically all the electrolytes held in suspension between glass mat separators inside. It's got a very tough case, and that'll provide a lot of vibration resistance as well as heat resistance, which is pretty important for a large truck like this that doesn't really, you know, ride like a Cadillac. It's pretty rough, so especially when you go off-road, it's nice to have a battery that'll tolerate a lot of the vibration and abuse. The other unique feature about it is it has the construction that the battery plates inside are almost 100% pure lead and not recycled lead, so that allows the manufacturer to make the plates thinner, which means they can put more plates per cell, and that's how they end up with such a high cold cranking amp rating. So did a lot of research and really couldn't find anything better. The battery's not cheap at all. It's fairly expensive, but it does have a 10-year design life, and it's of such quality you can actually store it for up to 2 years and not have any negative effects. So I think this will act as a nice complement to the truck to make it that much more rugged. I've already got the all-terrain tires on here for driving through high water and maybe snow if we have a harsh winter. And that battery will make a nice addition to the truck to help make it more durable and rugged, especially in ultra-cold temperatures. So let's go ahead and get this battery out of here, and it's actually pretty easy. Of course, we have to disconnect the terminals. And it's just got one hold down bolt right here that we're going to have to undo. I think it's an 8mm. And when you undo the terminals, you always want to undo the negative terminal first, because if you start to undo the positive terminal and you get your wrench on the body of the car or power the engine, for example, you can cause a dead short, and you don't want that. So you always want to disconnect the negative first. So let me go ahead and get this guy out of here, and out with the old and in with the new. Well, the battery's in now. Kind of running out of daylight here, but it didn't take any more than about 10 minutes. And one of the things I like to do is use the terminal washers, little felt washers that go under the terminals there. And even though this is an absorbed glass matte battery, basically the same kind of battery you see in most computer UPSs, and there shouldn't be any corrosion there, I kind of like to put those on there just as an extra measure of safety. The terminals are actually tin coated brass, so you don't want to use these kinds of tools on this kind of battery, because you'll, when you go to clean the terminals, you'll basically eat away that coating on there. You can use the male end of the tool here to clean on the inside of the actual lead terminal on the car. That's no problem. But there really shouldn't be any corrosion developing on this thing, so I wouldn't see any need to clean these terminals here. But by the way, that's the package they came in, if you guys are curious. They really do work wonders, especially on regular flooded batteries. But I think it looks pretty good in this truck. It should add a lot more ruggedness to the vehicle. And didn't make a very long video about this. It's actually a very straightforward process. You just take out one bolt and unloosen the terminals and you're done. And of course, when you put the terminals back on, you want to do the positive terminal first and then the negative terminal last. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys in case you guys need a new battery for the winter time. This is one of the best batteries you can get. It's not cheap, so I have to warn you about that, but it should last you a good 10 years in regular service. So hopefully you wouldn't have any problems with it.